Awesome. Hey, folks. Thank you, everybody who is watching live, and thank you to the folks who are here right now. We are kicking off the winners webinar for our full stack contest. For those of you who maybe didn't stay tuned to the launch and the kickoff of the contest this time around, the full stack contest was exactly what it sounds like. We asked folks to build something from top to bottom, back end, front end, pretty much whatever they could dream up. I personally pretty happy with some of the submissions. I think we got a really cool variety of projects, different use cases, different industries, some stuff that was just plain fun. So I'm real excited to have got to see all these submissions. But enough talking about me and what I like in this contest. I'm gonna go through the winners of both the expert nomination and the community nomination. We have some folks here with us live, which is really exciting. I think more than usual, actually. So that's going to be really cool. I'm going to read a place. I'm going to read somebody on the podium, and then I'm going to kick it over to them if they are here to demo, show off the project, explain a little bit more about why they picked it and what they did. So yeah, without further ado, let me share my screen so everybody can see the winners. All right. So folks should be able to see this. If you're watching asynchronously, if you're watching like after this has happened, the links should all be available for you to check stuff out. But otherwise, I'll just go over some of the winners. So we'll start with our experts nomination before we get into anything else. These are the projects, these are the submissions that our panel internally voted most highly. And we have some really cool stuff here. So the first place goes to Iris Global Guard AI, which is an app by Edson. Edson, you are here, correct?
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome. Hey, great to see you. Congrats. I'll click over here and then I will let you take it away.
Okay, well, thank you. My name is Henrique, right? My first name is Edson, but I prefer Henrique. I'm QA engineer from São José do Rio Preto, Brazil. I used to work at Shift. Shift is a company that it's a partner here in Brazil. I partner from InterSystems. And I work with this project with Davi, that it is here with me as well.
Hello, I'm Davi. I work shift 2 when we work with InterSystem Iris, and I am developer.
Well, this is I'm gonna present to you guys today our project for the InterSystem contest. We created Aris Global Guard AI, and was a idea that first we saw a post in the community, but it's also a challenge that we face in our company. Iris Globals, they are the physical foundation storage for the InterSystem database. The growth analysis of these globals are very reactive. So what I mean is we start to do this analysis when something bad happens in production. Issues are noticed only under disk pressure. So when the disk usage is high is when we notice that something uh, is going wrong. And also there's no historical structure layer. So for example, if our client wants to make a decision about the infrastructure of the company. With this project, the client can look back, like in the past month or in the past year, and he can check out how the globals are behavior in his system. So that's the challenge that we had. Our solution was to periodically collect native Iris Globals metrics, take snapshots of these metrics, but also adding absolute growth and relative growth to the globals, and also vectorize this data weekly so we can use that later. with our agents. So our projects are divided in 3 layers. We have the iris layer, that's where our data is. We have the Quarkus layer. Here we use Java, right? Java. Quarkus also long chain for J plus tools that Davi is going to show for us. And we also use Angular as the interface for this project. So what does each of these layers does? The first layer, the iris layer, I think is the most complex one. Here we use some components like the global carry class. So this is where we get our most basic metrics for our globals. We have config databases. This is where the configuration that we're going to use to carry through our databases. And we also have 2 classes. We have global snapshot and global growth profile. These classes, they use embed Python to work, right? So what they actually do is first they generate the snapshot. This snapshot is generated every day, and they collect these metrics from these globals, and then they store these metrics. After that, we have the weekly vector generator. It's also using embedded Python. And what this does is it aggregates all the data from the globals by weekday. And so we have something like we know, for example, on Monday, which global growth the most during that day. And because we are using vectors, we can also enable similarity search using vector search. So, for example, I have a global that is that it has, for example, is growing too much or it presents some kind of odd behavior. I can ask and I can search for some global that has a similar behavior. So this is our first layer. The second layer is the Java layer. So here we use LangChain4j, we use native SQL via Entity Manager, and we also use the tools. This is where we create 2 classes, right, for different objectives. The first one is the global repository tools, and the second one is the global carry tools. Global carry tools, the second one, uses the metrics that are native to iris. So this is our carries that can show us disk usage, can also search vectors and also real-time carries. So if, for example, I ask the Global Guard AI how my globals are behaving today, how big they are, the agent is going to use these tools for these requests. Now, the global repository tools is where the historical carry is, the growth ranking is, and the risk detection is. So these tools, they use globals that we created. They use the snapshots to make this analysis. And the last layer is where the user will interact with. We created it using Angular. This layer is very simple. Just send requests to the backend and also receive the response that was generated. We have a variable here that it's chat8d that is used for memory, so it can store memory, which means the conversation that you are having with the chat. And this is the last layer, and why this is important. This was a challenge that we have in your company, right? So Iris remains as the single source of truth. It's based on prompt engineering tools with no AI-generated SQL, so which means that it's more safe. The AI agent is not generating the SQLs that we are using. So there's no risk of, for example, the AI agent creating a update, for example, right? So it's using what the queries that we created. It's based on snapshot historical analysis. We use vector-based search similarity, which is really nice for risk assessment. And because it's a tool that you can talk with, it's very DBA friendly. So you can ask questions and also can ask for insights like what is the best thing that I can do, maybe why the global is growing so much. So it's really is really user friendly. Now Davi is going to show us a demonstration of how the tool works and also a bit of development.
Hello, I will show how it's work and about development. The follow start with snapshot generator that we use embedment Python to get a snapshot dailies about global information. We develop this with based on article writing by Ariel on the community and using the database configs, we can describe global query sizes on the iris instance. After that, we can get more information that this procedure cannot show. For example, what tables, what SQL tables these global are using about working with dictionary compile start. After this, with the daily snapshots, we can use weekly vector generation to create vector searches, vector about the grow up history globals. On the average to get a global on the a person global in the weekend. After this, we have a Quarkus Java that we connect with JDBC InterSystems JDBC iris. And with this, we create a prompt engineer to describe AI behaviors about your rules, your mission, and your data and the behavior. We could file two repositories too. Global repository to get snapshots dailies information and the global queries to get real-time global queries. And for finish, we have Angular interface to work with chatbot. And with this, we have UI. And can you show me this usage today? The AI call the tools and connect with Iris and will load an answer. All database location used, and get summary about the information. Other question, list me the highest growth globals today. Research about the global's growth, and we will get processing and get and response with the globals that have a highest growth today. And for finish other example, can you show me about history? And authors and the chatbot help DBA with author insights with managing your database. For example, historical about the event and author help you with insight, help you with manage your database. Thank you. I think it is it, and I hope you like it. Come back to.
Awesome. Thank you both. That was a great demo. I'm always a fan of seeing a project where you actually have some sort of thing that is like routine. You know, you have to check on the size of your globals. You have to kind of watch the size of your database. It's just like really boring. It's really grueling, and you make it that much easier and that much more powerful. So appreciate the demo from you both. That's awesome stuff. I will go ahead and share my screen again, and we will continue through our winners. Next up, we have withLove, and this was submitted by Enrique, and Jose.
Hello everyone, my name is Henry, and together with Henrique Dias and José Roberto, we are the Musketeers team. And unfortunately, once again, was not possible to us to participate in this live meetup. But I will show you very fast one of our apps in this contest. We call this withLove. withLove is vibe coding for InterSystems Iris Health tool. You can create with generate AI apps for healthcare. The idea is you bring your own key. They accept the most common Gemini in the market. I will just use the 4.0. And here are some examples that what you can do with this app. You can create a user interface, REST API. You can create tables, interoperability, and you can create fire patients examples. And this tool has a vector search inside that you can teach some to do RAG in this app. I just show you how to create a user interface for a patient check-in. I hope that works because it's a LLM. They create here example, and you can see if it's working. You can test, and if you approve, they will create the app for you. And you can create REST API here, REST service. Yeah, because it's a LLM that takes a little bit sometimes to process. Inside we create a lot of agents, And that here, the stands for CSP REST, and they create, and you can approve. And okay, that's not work for now because it's already exists this class. So you can teach about in the example, cardiovalix is not medicine. It's fictional, and you can ask what is cardiovalix. And they will answer for you, because what is another fake medicine here, just to show you. They don't know what is, but when you say learn that is and if you ask again, and that's it. Thank you very much for watching us and for voting us.
Great. Next up in third place, we have facial matching by Yuri. Yuri is also here with us today, so I will not do a little intro here, and I will just kick it over to you, Yuri, if you want to jump on.
Hi, my name is Yuri. I'm from Brazil. I'm a system architect. I show you my app demonstration. Okay, we have the app here. We can register using the camera or using upload file. Okay, so I will upload the file here. And then Angelina. Iris registration and vectorize it into iris. And now I can use any other photos to match Angelina, or use the camera. Search with uploads here, Angelina again. Search, a vector search using iris. I found. Using vector search feature, I can use family resemblance too. So can I use here father photo, Brad, the child photo, calculate resemblance, and Angelina as mother. And we can calculate resemblance here. Analyzing the faces. Okay. More resemblance with Brad Pitt than Angelina. Okay. The implementation details here to extract the face info. We used deep face, and deep face supports any models like BGG, FaceNet, and other models for calculate age, gender, race, and to extract the face details for matching. So I get the embeddings and save into iris here. Insert into iris with demographic info too, and the vector of the face extracted using deep face. And now I can compare, search, match. Okay. So this is my app. Thank you.
Awesome. Great, Yuri. Thank you for walking us through that. Very cool to see I always love seeing like a non-chat interface too with AI and really leveraging vector search for all the various things that it can actually be powerful for. So that's very cool. Thank you, Yuri.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, let's keep this train rolling. I will share my screen again. Awesome. Okay, so that was first, second, third place for our full stack contest. Fourth place here we have iris-CliniNote, which I practiced pronouncing to make sure that I got it right because I kept saying clinician. But I'm going to go ahead and kick it over to Muhammad to walk through the app. Why don't you take it away? Cool.
Hi, I'm just trying to share my screen.
No worries. Yeah, I had some trouble with that too.
Okay, can you see my screen? Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yes. Yeah, we can see your screen.
Yeah, okay. So this is my application is iris-CliniNote. This is basically a full stack application to enter the patient demographics, then the related episodes, and then the main thing here is to enter the doctor notes. So it's a CSP application, and behind the scene is using CSP, the REST interface, and then it's using vector search to find the similar nodes. So let's open the application. So this is application. By default, I'm using admin user password. So here we have patients, episodes, and notes, and we have user authorization as well. So here first we can just add the patients, just the patient demographics. And once we have a patient, we can enter the patient episode, some of the details, what is the type and what is the reason. And then we have the patient notes. We can just select here the episode, the patient, and then we can enter the patient notes and all the details. So here, once we have this detail, the note is here, we can search with the top 5 similar patients. So all we have to do just click here. So the application will go behind the scene. It will use the vector search and find top 5 similar patients based on this note without this excluding this patient. For example, this note, if system found that the match is 44.3%, and this is a note. This is a note ID, and all the details are here. So same thing we can do here. This is a general search based on all the patient notes. can enter here. I mean, the patients, for example, admitted with fever, we need to search. So system will go and list all the top 5 the patients with this detail. So we can go and see the details of that patient, and again here we can see also the similar details as well. So this is basically the application, and we have users and roles as well. So behind the scene, we go to the source. So we have this is a CSP application. We have index page and login page, but the main logic is here. It's a REST interface. This is a main REST class where we have all the endpoints, the patients and routes, URL, routes, and login. And then we have this nodes REST class where we are doing all this embedding, and all the search is from here, this class. So that's it. So all the codes is available on the GitHub. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, Muhammad. Congrats. That's a great app, and I'm glad we got to walk through it with you. Sharing my screen one more time here to close us out. We are now on to 5th place for experts nomination. I'm going to pronounce this Musket, which I think is probably the best way, but technically maybe MU5K 3T, depending on how much of a mouthful you want to put behind it. This is also by Henrique and Jose. Musket is a programming game, right? You are simulating a Mars rover and kind of programming it to like travel and optimize for things like fuel efficiency and collecting data. This is one that I played with for probably too long during the judging phase. Being a big space nerd, it was great to see kind of a more fun game-like submission here. So congrats to Henrique and Jose for 5th place as well. And then very similar community winners. I'm going to go over the community nominations real quick. Many of you have already spoken and already demoed your apps, but the community and the experts were clearly very aligned during this contest. So I'll go quickly through here. 1st place community nomination is withLove by the Musketeers. 2nd place is Iris Global Guard AI by Henrique and Davi. 3rd place is Dictionary Management App by Brown Lucas, which is, as you guessed, an app for kind of managing your dictionaries and dealing with the orchestration of those things. 4th place is Facial Matching by Yuri, and then 5th place is iris-CliniNote by Muhammad. So congratulations to all of you here who won both experts and community nomination. Very, very popular submissions. Very cool stuff. And congrats to all of our winners. Thank you all for participating and for submitting some really cool apps that showed off your front-end skills, your back-end skills, iris skills, everything in between. We really enjoyed that. Before we close here, Raj on the call here. Raj, give me a sense. What was your favorite thing that came out of this contest, or what were you most excited to see?
Well, this was a tough one. I don't know if it's because everybody's using AI nowadays, but I felt like the quality, it was really deep. Often in the past, there were 2 or 3 standout applications. Here, I think it went more like the 10 or 12 were really high quality and deep functionality. So my biggest takeaway was overall, it was a tough one to judge. It's the toughest one to judge, probably.
Here on the call, and everybody who participated really knocked it out of the park. It's making our jobs a little bit more difficult, but it's in a very positive way. So great to see. Thank you all again. Thank you to all of our contributors who joined. And thank you to everybody who's watching asynchronously in the future. Hope to see you at the next one.
Hope to see you at Ready 26.
That's right, coming right around the corner in DC. So if you haven't registered or checked it out yet, I'm sure we could put some links below the video here in the community to help folks sign up. So hope to see y'all soon.
Bye.